Hello guys, good morning, good evening, and welcome back to this channel. I'm Ken Uchilo, and I just want to welcome you back into this channel. Um, I know you are seeing my background, and maybe you are new. You've just came across this channel. Please subscribe and also like and also click the bell button so that whenever we have a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified and watch it. So today I want to bring to your attention the house that we've been working on, this Mabati house. It's been a journey, it's been quite a while, and today marks the end of this, though not totally the end, because there are a few things that we have postponed due to some financial constraint. And as you know, the building, you can't finish a project of a building in a month or in a few months. It continues time and time. So we have come to an end of it for the last phase, or maybe the last bit of the last bit of should I say the last bit of the last phase? Anyway, I just want to give you the tour around the house, and also you'll see what we have done if you've been following this from the beginning. A lot of subscribers have been following. They have been asking about the house, the end product. How does it look at the end of it? But this is the end product, and I would like you just to see and enjoy it, and also communicate back so that we can know the progress. So we have a lot to say about this house, and it's not in this video. There's other videos that follows, which will they may come earlier or maybe they may come later, but there's a lot of things to talk about this project. This project took quite a while, it's like 2 months or so, and we have done a lot. So I'll mention few things that people really wanted to know. One of them being the how much did the whole project cost, and also the timeline, and also the materials. So all of these are going to touch them one by one. So welcome and watch the video. So let me start by introducing this house. This is from where we started and where we are at the moment. We started this, we had a lot of challenges starting this project. Actually, we didn't know that it can reach to up to this point. So we started by uh, uh, taking the measurements. Of course, we had done a sketch of the house, and also we had a series of discussion with the client. And when we came here, we just came and started cleaning the area, and also from cleaning, now we started from digging the holes. After digging the holes, we used the poles that we used are round poles, which we made, which we just bought locally, and there are a number of them. I can't recall really how many at the moment, but we bought quite a number. The round poles were around 30. They were around 35 in numbers. Then the second thing we did, because remember this place is prone to flood. If you know the area, I've been talking about it so many times. It's in Aero, in somewhere called Iweo, and it's the area where it's always every year it has to be they have to suffer out of cause of the flood. So we took the level of the water around here, so that guided us, so that we know, so that we know when we're building, you know the level of the floor. So we took, first of all, we took the level of the of the water when it flooded. Then that's what we use to raise the floor. And just to curb the what people are really talking about, and we have been asking about, how do we make sure that the poles that we are using will not rot, and also how we also make sure that they will cannot be eaten by the termites. Unfortunately, in this area, there's not much termite as appear in other areas. But the precautions we took are: one, we made sure that after making the holes, we also bought the polythene paper, if you know it, and wrapped it around all the poles that we were using that we were using. After wrapping that, we dig them in the holes, and also we made sure that we applied the concrete. So the concrete, it was also mixed with the waterproof. So meaning it will be not easy for the poles to get rotten by the water, because we wrapped it. At least that will give it a longevity, and also the strength, and also making sure that the concretes are also done well, so that when it dries, the house the pole remains stable. So from that, now we came to, after doing that, now we started doing building the house. Of course, you have to do the wall plate and everything. Then we also came up, started doing the roofing. With the roofing, now the roofing, we didn't use the round poles, but in the roofing we used the timber. So we had the 3x2, we had the 4x2, also we had the 2x2 around, because you can see the roof that we gave it. It's just a very big roof and a strong one. So it really took very much money, a lot of money. So without forgetting, let me mention the prices also. The entire material of round poles and timber, plus the iron sheet plus timber plus the nails, that is the roofing nail, not the roof nail, sorry, but the normal nails. It took 192,000. Only those are the timber and the round poles which we used here. So after that, we did the roofing. As you can see, it took us a bit of time, because when we were working here, there was also rain, and again you can't work on the rain. And also the problem here, even if it rains just a little, then you can't. It's a flood. It's a flood everywhere. So those are also the challenges that we got. So there we still took at a bit, because when it was raining and we had not done the roofing, we would not work. Yeah. So a few days we didn't work well because of the rain. Then after doing the roofing, then we took the measurements of the iron sheets. So the iron sheet you are seeing, this house took 125. It took 125 iron sheets. So the 125 iron sheets, we had the 3 meter, and also we had those 2 meters and also 2.5. So what we did is, after doing the framework, then we took the measurement, and the measurement we took according to where we are going to work. So we had to make sure that we don't just buy material in bulk, like you just go and buy maybe 2.5 all of them. So we took, I know it's something that people have been doing, not only us, but people have been doing. You have to work according to the measurement of the roof. So when those ones were brought, the iron sheets took 192 102,000. And it took us around almost 5 days to make the roof and also the wall. So after doing that, we had finished with the wall. I didn't mention, we also, before we do the roofing and also before we started mounting or installing the iron sheet on the wall, we ensured that all the doors and the windows are also installed before, so that we don't have that situation where after installing the iron sheet you have to cut it and to fix the windows. It doesn't come out very clear, it doesn't come out very nice. So what we did, we just installed the windows first and also installed the doors. Then we started working, now applying the iron sheet, the Mabati on the roof. So after we have finished with the mounting the Mabati or installing the Mabati on the wall plus on the roof, so we came now we came back to the floor. So we came for the floor work. So the floor work also took us time, because remember we raised the floor. So raising the floor with around 2 feet, and like you can see, it's a very big house. So we had to apply the backfilling. So we did the backfilling, and also we with the maram and the stones, and also we after doing that, ramming it and making sure it's all compacted. Then is when we started applying the mortar on it. So that also took us around a week, on a week plus. It's having done that, also we had to do the pavement outside the wall, so that when we were ramming the floor, the pressure from the inside can also match the pressure from the outside. Because if you just do it like that, then you'll find that the iron sheet will bulge out, and eventually they will start cracking and making the work look more worse, and also it doesn't work well like that. So we made sure we used the bricks. You can see the bricks outside the floor, outside the building. Then we did the same, whatever we did inside is what we did outside. We applied the backfilling, then applied the mortar around it and did the plastering. So it also gave the house a bit of strength. The stability is there. So that's how that's why we did that. So after doing all this, the floor and also from the outside we have done that. Then we came back, now is when we started doing the partitioning of the house. So the partitioning, you have to do partitioning after you have done the floor, so that you don't have those issues. There's a lot of issues if you start giving the partitioning before doing the floor. But also in terms of material, that will also help you in material. It will use a less material because there is not a lot of wastage. So after doing that is when we started doing the partitioning. The partitioning we used you can see the boards. We had the channels, we had the stands, and also we had the marine boards. So there are areas like you can see this. We have cabinets here which are mounted on the wall, like those one. This one that you can see, we have these ones. They are mounted on the wall. So the reason why they are mounted here, because they can't be mounted on the board, is because we use the marine board here. So all this area we did a marine board up to the other end, and also from the other end we did the marine board, and also the area of the sink also we did a marine board. The reason why we were doing that, we knew very well we are going to have a cabinet, and also we are going to mount a cabinet on the wall. So for you to do that, you must have a stable area like a concrete where you can do that. So we did that to give us strength. You can see they are very strong. It's very strong. It's very strong here. So after doing that, now you apply after doing installing the marine board, then you cover it with the gypsum board, all of it. So after we have done all those ones, we also did the ceiling. You can see the ceiling how it is. The ceiling took us time because we had a lot of decoration to do. It took us almost 1 week plus or two, almost, let us say it took us 2 weeks just to work on the gypsum itself. And after that, now we were working on the skimming. After skimming, you can see how it worked. After skimming, now we applied the paintwork. But in the same time, after doing the skimming, now we also installed the tiles, because after doing the partitioning, now we can work with it. We apply the tiles. The reason why we do that after doing the gypsum is because we'll have the skirting, and also we want the floor or the tiles to attach, and also to attach the wall, and also to cover the lower part of the gypsum, so that even if they are mopping the house, so the gypsum will not be in direct contact with the water. So that's the reason why you have to do partitioning the gypsum, is when you apply the tiles on it. Okay, after that, after doing that, we came back and also started doing the cabinets that we are seeing here. So the cabinets were done after doing the skimming. So we did work on that. After working the cabinets, now the paintwork started. As the paintwork was going on also, we were also working on other things. And after finishing all those, the cabinet and everything, now we did installation of the granite. You can see we have a granite here. So after installing the granite is when you install the tiles on the wall. And the tiles on the wall, you can see they are mounted on gypsum. The way how this work is that we have something, a glue called a stronghold glue. So you apply the stronghold glue with adhesive. There's a certain adhesive called calcium adhesive. It's very strong and it has a lot of glue in it also. So it's the one it's what we use to mount this, and you can see it's very strong. It's very strong. We did it in all the wall here, and after that, now also I need to mention, before all this, after doing the cabinetry, the plumbing also took place, and the plumbing also we started plumbing before we did the floor, so that other pipes can be covered. So you know how it works. And also I'm forgetting to mention, immediately we started working with gypsum partitioning, also the electrical work also had to start the same, because we already know where the channels will go, what will be here, how we can place them. So we also want to cover those areas, so they have to work together. When the gypsums are being installed, the electrician also is doing his wiring. And what we did here, just to make sure that we don't have to cut on the coast, we didn't use the conduit. We only use the shortcut. We use the twin wire, or maybe 3-core, so that we can prevent that. You can cut shortcut when you don't use conduit. So that helps us use a little number of wire or cables. So after doing all this, we did the cleaning. After doing the cleaning is when the painter did the last coat. So that's when the dust have been washed away and been wiped away. So that's when now they can do the last coat, so that when we are leaving the house, we leave it with a very good condition. Very, like I can see, it's very, very beautiful. It's very clean. So I think that's the process that we have done. So up to now, there are some few things that have not been done. We have not done a lot of like the center light we have not installed, because there is those types that we wanted to do. We also the downlights also we have not installed. The reason being the prices and the money and the budget was a bit we couldn't manage whatever we had. So the client requested that those one can do later, because now at the moment we have the snake lights, so the house can work with the snake lights and also the center lights, the normal center light here, like this one. You can see it. Let's put it. You can see that. So that's what we are working on with now. And also there is the TNG around the house. That one we also do later, because of the situation I've told you. It's very important to do a TNG from the outside to prevent the bats from breeding or maybe entering in the ceiling. So that one also will be done later. But at the moment we have finished everything. What is remaining is maybe the installation of the curtains and everything. Other things we have done. We have done the installation of everything, the cleaning of the glasses, everything. Though cleaning the glasses I didn't mention, but we also worked on that. You can see. And that's where we are now. So the gypsum, I mentioned the prices of the timber and also the iron sheet, but I didn't mention the prices of how much did it cost for the gypsum. The gypsum alone, it was we had 120 pieces of gypsum here, and we bought them at a price of 800 per piece. So you can do your calculation. The total number of iron sheets, the gypsum board 120. Each of them costed 800 Kenyan shillings. So you can do that much. And also we had, and each cornice costed 600 shillings, because we used the fiber. So you can do that calculation. And in terms of tiles, the tiles we were on the floor plus the floor tiles, we had the old tile we had 55. So the tiles took 75,000. That's the tiles, the floor tiles plus the wall tiles plus the toilet tiles. And in terms of the plumbing only took 20,000. And the electrical, that's where a lot of money went to. The electrical, as we speak now, the electrical took around 120,000. Then what am I forgetting? I think around 90,000 for the paint work, because we had the filler, we had the G-Pro, we had the cover mat, we had all those things. So it was around 90,000 to 100,000 there. So Wadau, I think I've mentioned that, and maybe if there's need, I'll just go and write everything down and do a proper budget. But entirely this house has costed, up to now, it has costed I can say it's 1.5, because just a few shillings to that. When we have, by the time it will, it's just a few shillings, and that one will be covered with the lighting that we have here. So it's around 1.5 thousand. So the 1.5, you all know the reasons why. We had worked on the floor because of the water and also other things. So until then, I think we are good.